Hello and welcome to another edition of the Red Phoenix Gaming Podcast number 006. This is November 1st. It's a Saturday. I know we're changing it up on you here. 2000 hundreds, 110 and four ones. So 2014 for
Good,
those who can't count.
good job.
Appreciate that, yeah. So I'm Derek, and with me as always is Michelle.
Hi.
And hi.
Hi. How you
And
doing?
good, good.
Good.
We're gonna talk about some stuff and things and whatever that happened over the week, and yeah, let's get into it.
Okay.
What are you thinking? Let's start with the old price cuts coming up here because it's holiday season.
Lots of price cuts. Lots of price cuts for the holidays.
Yeah, you've seen that the X Bone is down $50 all the way around, right? They're trying to do this holiday cut where it's I think from November 2nd to January 3rd.
Right.
It's cut $50.
Yep.
That's for all their bundles and everything else. So now your Assassin's Creed Unity slash
Black Flag.
Black Flag is only $350, which is a hell of a deal.
They're doing that with the Sunset Overdrive bundle too, where you get the white console and controller with the game.
Right, right. Well, if you don't have any games, your best bet is probably to go with the Assassin's Creed one because it gives you two games that are going to probably take you 30 hours apiece. But the Sunset Overdrive one, if you want to be super special and have a white console, that's all you.
I want a white console.
I think I might get a white
I'm
console.
really mad about that. Do you know how long I waited for the white iPhone?
No. How long?
Forever. Forever and a day and a half. I was really mad because that's what I wanted, and I'm really pissed that they put out white Xboxes after I bought mine.
Well, yeah, I'm not really surprised they didn't do multiple colors because I figured they do different editions and bundles and everything else. But it's kind of getting to the point where you're scratching your head a little bit to why Xbox and PlayStation only sell the one color, the one bundle.
Right.
You know, you have to get aftermarket shells if you want to change anything around.
Well, that's not the only deal Microsoft is running because they're doing $100 off if you turn in a working 360 or PlayStation 3 between through December 31st. You get an extra $100 off, so you can actually get it for 250 with that
I
whole
saw
deal.
that. Yeah, I saw that. I was really thinking, that's why I said I might get a white one. I was really thinking about taking my wife's old 360 that literally sits in the closet at this point, trading that in for the new white Sunset Overdrive, and then I get Sunset Overdrive, she gets her own console, and then I'm back to buying two copies of Call of Duty every year,
Yeah,
which would be awesome.
it's your favorite thing.
Of course. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Speaking of trading consoles in, though, did you see PS4 is also offering it through, I think it's GameStop?
Yeah,
They have the same $125 though instead of just $100 off, so you
they're
can
a
get a
little more,
PS4 for.
they're a little more particular on what you can turn in too, aren't they?
Well, yeah, I didn't read through everything for what they can and can't turn in, but I believe it's 360 or PS3.
They said a 250 gigabyte
Oh,
360
it has to be a full, yeah.
or 20 gigabytes. So make
Right,
sure
so
you
you can't
got
just do
your,
any.
yeah.
Right, right, right.
And then if you buy a PlayStation 4 console with Call of Duty Advanced Warfare at GameStop,
hmm
um, they're going to give you a free year of PlayStation Plus, which is really nice.
Yeah, that's a good deal, especially if you like combine all these offers at the same time. I mean, you're really getting quite a bit of a discount for that.
Yeah, and then they have a $10 off Destiny on their Facebook page. So,
So get it while it's hot.
yeah,
Speaking of MDub, did you see this leak that came out
it's really
somehow?
terrible.
It is. I we shouldn't chuckle about this. Like it is pretty bad, but I found it kind of funny the reaction that the execs at Advanced Warfare had. I mean,
It
they were just like,
sucks.
"Yep, yeah." They're just like, "That sucks," you know. And I don't understand how somebody actually got a copy of it early. I mean,
They say that it's stolen. So it
well,
was
I think
they had it on Twitch. Somebody was streaming it on Twitch,
right.
and it was quickly taken down along with the channel. Um, So I don't know what's going to happen. That's not, sometimes a little bit of information gets leaked here or there, but I think this is a bit of a bigger deal to them because an actual copy went out and somebody then broadcasted it.
Yeah, like I don't know if it's something like where somebody works at a GameStop or, some sort of retailer and then they decided, "Oh, I can get a hold of this real quick." But I'm kind of shocked that A, they got a hold of it, and B, that they were stupid enough to stream it on Twitch because that's if they end up wanting to press charges, they I guess
Can.
could find the guy and figure it out and whatever.
Yeah, and then ban your console and all that fun stuff.
Not just I mean, they could go after him legally,
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure they have more money than some random guy on Twitch does.
true. Except
Um,
PewDiePie, because I feel
except
like nobody
yeah, that's
has
right.
more money than PewDiePie.
Well, with the amount of money he makes in a day,
Oh,
then
I don't want to talk about it. It's so upsetting. Did you see how much Candy Crush makes in a day?
like a ridiculous amount.
A
Was it the
ridiculous
million? It was like a
millions
million.
a
Yeah,
day, not a month, not a week, not annually, a day. Something ridiculous. We are in the wrong business, my friend.
truth. I guess we'll just have to turn this off and go move over to some software development.
I agree.
You know
Bye.
what is? Toodles. And we're done. Okay. Uh, you know what is in software development?
What's that?
The ability to order a pizza through your Xbox.
Did you know that I guess you could do this with Pizza Hut on the 360 and now on the Xbox One you can do it with Domino's?
I never done it with Pizza Hut, but I just saw this with Domino's and I thought it's interesting enough of an idea because the gaming community celebrates sloth so much
I'm
that
just so upset by this that I can't even tell you. Do they look at all gamers as just people who sit on their couches and like, "Ma, make me a hot packet," and like they can't even pick up their phone and dial and order food?
while maybe you're in this intense firefight on Destiny
If
and you're
I'm an
just like
intense firefight in Destiny, I'm not going to stop to order pizza. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call someone in my house to order a pizza. But we're from Buffalo. We don't order Domino's or Papa John's or freaking Pizza Hut. You get pizza from one of the pizza places here
I order Papa John's.
and chicken wings. Our friendship's over. That's it. Everyone have a good night.
That's twice now. One more time, we're
Jesus.
actually gonna turn it
I
off.
know. No, you don't know. I'm so upset with you.
I I don't have Papa John's around me, so when I have the ability to go down the street from my work, pick up a Papa John's for the way home, I pick up a Papa John's. So
That's fine. Whatever.
nice and easy.
I need you to find another
Don't be
local
bitter.
pizza joint and get some chicken wings.
We have local ones,
People
and by
also,
local ones, I mean
they're
one
not buffalo wings, they're chicken wings. We don't call our chicken wings buffalo wings. They're just chicken wings.
with buffalo wing sauce on them.
No, stop it. You need to help correct people cuz
Nah, it's
it's
cool.
wrong. No, it's not. Chicken
Any
wings.
any chicken wing you have in Buffalo is a buffalo wing, whether you have barbecue or hot or medium or mild, whatever you want to call them.
It's a chicken wing and it's delicious and you should eat them here cuz they taste better.
It's true. You know what doesn't taste better?
What?
Ebola.
I would, I would guess not.
However, did you know that there are companies who are benefiting from Ebola, and it's not the medical companies
No,
either?
because they're not going to release anything because they probably can't make enough money off of it.
Wow,
Bastards.
conspiracy theories time. Let's
Doo,
just
doo, 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 doo. No, okay. So who's making money off Ebola?
Plague Inc. So this game basically kind of like the pandemic games. They have like a pandemic flash game where you create a virus and you basically release it onto the world, and the world gets sick, and then you try to kill as many people as possible.
Okay.
Well, there's a mobile game called Plague Inc., which does this, and it basically, since Ebola, it has skyrocketed. It just took off in the last 2 weeks.
Wow.
Basically up 50%, like a 50% increase from the time that Ebola came out until now. So they're doing pretty good for something that's a terrible, terrible disease.
It probably kind of helps people a little too, maybe, to understand what the spread of disease could look like, right?
I
Something.
Yeah, I would guess. I mean, it's basically like a map, and it gets like red as people get infected. So the people who are like, "Oh yeah, I've treated Ebola for 2 months, but I want to fly this airplane," and you're like, "Okay, sure." Those are the people who are infecting everybody else. And I guess you could kind of see it from this game, but like, stay off an airplane if you touch Ebola. Come on, come on now.
Why am I having like a flashback to a movie? At the end of the movie, a pilot got infected with somebody and he went on an international flight.
Was that real life?
No, it was a movie.
Like the doctor who got infected with Ebola in Africa and decided to fly over to the United States?
Yeah.
That was real life, though.
There was a movie though. There was a movie where there was some kind of something going on and somebody went up to their neighbor and like coughed on him or something, and he was an airline pilot and he started getting sick and he still got on the plane and flew over the country, and at the end of the movie you see these different spots. Why can't I remember what movie this was?
I don't know. To all of our subscriber, um, if you know the movie, leave it in the comments below.
Yeah, please, because now that's gonna bother me.
All one of you. Oh,
Thanks.
so moving on to mediocrity. Have you seen that Walmart is going to buy some used games now?
I did like to sell them to people. That's
Yeah,
pretty
so they're
cool, I
they're
guess.
taking like the GameStop model where they're going to be like a used game shop, bring in used consoles and games and whatever, and they actually have a calculator online that allows you to see how much your games are worth.
Are they gonna do like the in-house refurbishment like GameStop does?
I would assume they have something, or else they're just going to basically toss it in the trash. It says that right online, like, does the game work or not? And basically, if you say no, they give you $0 for it, and they'll take your game for you for free.
Oh,
Which I'm pretty sure they probably just set it in the garbage can when you walk away.
yeah.
But it's an interesting idea for Walmart to try to get involved in it. I mean, they're the one-stop shop as it is, so for them to bring in used games now too, it's
It'll be
kind of
interesting.
yeah, I'm kind of curious on where GameStop's going to go because they're really the only shop in town that does it. I know that like Amazon and Best Buy, I believe, started doing it at one point, but they just couldn't get a foothold on the market. They were just like trying, they did a big push for it, and then nothing came of it really.
Yeah.
So I'm with Walmart being used almost on a daily basis with everybody, I feel like it's something that might actually gain a little ground.
I've never bought a game at Walmart.
Yeah, but what have you bought? Like you bought other things at
I
Walmart. You
have
buy
bought other
clothes there all the
things.
time.
No,
Or not
I
clothes,
don't buy
food there all the
clothes.
time. You buy
like
things there all the
I've
time.
bought some toys for my kids. I think I've bought more than like a DS game there before, but I've never actually bought like one of my own games from them. I usually go like Best Buy's my go to.
Yeah, I'm just interested to see what happens. I mean, like I said, it's happened before, but it's also just been like, oh well, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it didn't take off, so let's just cut it out.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be an interesting topic here.
Go Walmart.
Yeah, you're slowly taking over the world, just like Ebola.
uh,
Oh,
we should make a there it is. We make a Walmart shopping game.
yep,
But we'll have to call it something different. We
like
can't call it Walmart.
Schmalmart.
Yeah. We'll make a good $1 billion. Download for free, in office, in house, like you buy
Mini
stuff.
transactions.
Oh yeah, we'll be Oprah rich.
Yep. Just throw some microtransactions in and make millions of dollars and make an
Bam.
ad pop up like a million times a second so that people have to click on it when they're trying to plant their seeds from Farmville.
Totally. That Kim Kardashian, she makes over 200 grand a day on her game just on microtransactions.
Well, Kim Kardashian, I don't know if you know this, but she's famous, so it's a little different.
Whatever.
Don't be bitter.
I'm not.
All right, what do you want to talk about next?
Destiny DLC will be out December 9th. And
Nice.
yeah, so it's going to up the
How
cap
much is it?
level. I don't know. I know
You
you.
don't know how much it is?
I don't. You could have got the, what is it like?
Season pass? I
Yeah.
think it's like $20 for this drop.
You're kidding.
Yeah,
Wasn't the
no.
season pass like $35?
Um, I don't remember because I remember they asked, "Do you want it?" And I was like, "No."
That's
I
what
was
I
like,
said.
"We'll see how the game is." But yeah, it's coming now. You said December 9th, and it's gonna cost $20 or 20 euros depending on where you live. And I have a question, and that question is, how much would you spend? Yeah, it's $35 DLC pass. Um, for their expansions, and it's actually only two expansions, so you're saving $5. But how much would you actually spend on DLC? I mean, what's your actual cap
I
for
don't have one.
content?
It has to be, it depends on the game. It depends on what's in it. If you're going to make me spend $20 on Call of Duty maps and not give me any type of bundle or season pass, I will buy those because I will play Call of Duty from the day it comes out all year round, off and on. But if it's something, there have been DLC that I've passed on before that I haven't bought. So it depends on what it is. I mean, I don't think I would go pay $50 for all the Borderlands 2. I didn't get a season pass for that, and I didn't get all the DLC, but there was a handful of stuff that I did get. I got most of it, so I probably would have saved money. But I had no problem buying everything individually.
Well, Borderlands 2 was a unique instance because you get the season pass, and then there's still stuff that came out afterwards that wasn't included in in the season pass. So like,
Tina,
uh,
I don't think hers was included, right?
I think hers was, but like none of the characters were. And then the true ultimate Vault Hunter, which lets you level up to 72, wasn't included.
Yeah.
Um, and then I think there's like the thing with the zoo. I can't think of what it's called. The wildlife preserve. There was like a mission inside the wildlife preserve that wasn't included in it. But all in all, I mean, it was a good purchase for Borderlands 2 for Season Pass. Um, I don't know if I will be playing Destiny enough, which is something that we'll end up talking about later in this podcast. But it's just something that I guess if for all the people who have level cap to this point and they're looking to go further, good for them. For me, I'm still like a level 10, and I don't see myself playing it a whole lot more in the very near future. So until I pick it back up, it's not worth me grabbing the DLC.
Not at all. I totally agree with you. I don't know. It's a lot, and then they're only going to put out two, and I'm not really as much into, like, I'm enjoying the game. I'll continue playing it when I have time, but I don't. This would be one of those instances where I'd really have to think about it.
Yeah, it's almost frustrating for to have all this DLC drop and um, all of these games drop and not be able to get in any of them. So it's it's something that, like I said, I'll have to play through, and if I end up coming back to the game um, afterwards, and I want to spend the money on the DLC, then I probably will. But it'll have to be much later than now.
Right.
Speaking of being frustrating, aren't you frustrated that you can't play your 360 games on your Xbox One?
Absolutely.
I am too. And apparently, so are other people, to the point where they've actually created mods now where you can take a 360 and an Xbox One and basically put them in the same box. This console modder, Edward Zarek, I believe his name is, basically took the guts of a 360 and the guts of an Xbox One, jammed them in the same box with a 22-inch monitor that folds down, so it's almost like a giant laptop, and you're able to play both systems on the same box.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's not for sale right now, but this begs the question, do you think this is something that Xbox is going to say, well, we don't want you modding your systems, so let's push out backwards compatibility, or do you think they're just going to say, whatever?
I don't know. I don't know. they'll open the discussion about doing backwards compatibility, and will try and work on something maybe, but I don't know. I don't see it happening. They can make more money, you know, selling the 360 for $100 at Christmas time and get rid of all that, and then eventually phase everything out.
Yeah, I agree. I could see them maybe waiting till after holiday to do something like this, but I definitely think that it's something they should do and something that they could actually make some money off of, even if it's something as easy as like do a quote unquote paid firmware update
Yeah,
to make your stuff backwards compatible.
because then I could take this Xbox 360 I have and go trade it in and get me a white Xbox One.
Boom, do it.
Done.
Got it, done, did it.
All right.
So, when you buy a game, how long do you expect it to last?
1 year.
That's it.
Well, yeah, 1 year.
1 year and it's
That
done.
that's as long as they give me something else to play. Call of Duty, I expect 1 year lifetime, and then they're gonna give me a new Call of Duty game, and then I'm done. And then for nostalgic purposes, I might pick it back up again and give it a little whirl, and that's it. But not usually. Usually just 1 year, and it's always less for everything else. I play I play a different game. Like let's say I play Assassin's Creed. I play
Yep.
that through, I get it done, unless I love the multiplayer, which I really didn't last time. Um, I won't touch it again.
Well, if you really like long lifespans, you could always move over to WoW.
They've been around a hot minute, haven't they?
They've been around for a long time, and they're actually saying that they think the game is going to continue all the way until 2024.
Wow.
Now, that's unprecedented the way that like they've been around for that long. And
Didn't
I
they
just
just get like a new jump of people too because they released some new stuff recently?
yeah, I think the last DLC that they dropped was was like a huge bringer in of like a new crowd. And I'm pretty sure that they are up to 7 point I think 4 million to this point of continued players,
Wow.
which is up from 6.8 million um, before. So it's still gaining ground, and it's very interesting to like look at it and be like, this game has been around for a decade.
That's great.
Because right, I think next month will be its 10th
And
anniversary.
then they can say, "Hey, we're going to do, 10 more years of this." That's good for them. Go
Yeah,
Blizzard.
yeah, and I mean Blizzard's milking the cow like there's no tomorrow, of course, but I think it proves that it has sustenance and it proves that it can keep going with what it's got. I mean, I know people who are really into World of Warcraft who spend days on that game at a time. So,
I've seen people like in documentaries who like lose their whole life because all they do is play WoW.
well, my high school math teacher actually started playing and had to stop because he like it tracks how much time you're on there. So when he did like a look at it, it said 17 days of gameplay, and that
Wow.
was like in a couple years. So I
Oh
mean,
wait.
or like a year or something. I don't know. Either way, it's 17 years is a long time to play on one
Oh,
specific game.
17 years.
17 days. Wow, I'm all over the place
Okay,
tonight.
I want to be sure because you know what? I bet you I can pull up my Call of Duty stats and oh, maybe not. Maybe I've only got like 2 days.
Well, for the new one, you only have 2 days. You
No,
probably
no.
had like,
Like I'm thinking like Modern Warfare 3 that I played consistently every single day from the time that came out.
nah, dude, we have like 7 or 8 days.
Yeah.
And that was us playing it almost every day,
Every day,
habitually for
every
like 3 hours
night.
a day.
Yeah.
So 17 days is quite a while, and it just proves that the game can stand, and that I wouldn't be surprised if WoW's still around 10 years from now. I'd be shocked that nobody comes and kicks it down a little bit, but uh, yeah, I think it's great. I think it's awesome that Activision can have another successful game that isn't Call of Duty or isn't anything else that they do. I'm drawing a blank on what they do. So
That's okay. No judgment.
Plenty of judgment. Back to backwards compatibility for a moment. Have you seen that LBP 3, Little Big Planet, is going to have all of your previous DLC carry over?
I did. I'm really excited because I played Little Big Planet 1. So, like, all the DLC that you had, any of the items that you collected, and if you created any levels, those are going to come over to Little Big Planet 3.
So please tell me you created like a million levels, right?
I created exactly 0 levels, but I picked up a ton of stuff.
You're just a scavenger, so you
Yes.
snagged a ton of levels,
Cor-
but you didn't create any.
right.
That's okay.
Yeah.
As long as you got a bunch of them, because when it comes out here in like 3 weeks, 2 weeks,
Yep.
3 weeks, whatever it
Ish.
is, yeah, we're gonna be playing the crap out of it,
Yeah.
hopefully. And
I pre-ordered it. I'm really excited for it because I loved Little Big Planet 1, but then I got rid of the PlayStation, so I never got Little Big Planet 2.
wah, wah, wah,
But
wah.
I'm really pumped for this. I'm excited because it's so fun.
Yeah, I've never played Little Big Planet, so this will be a first for me. But I have a feeling that it's gonna be freaking awesome. So.
Yeah.
All right, one final thing. Well, hold on before we keep moving on. Do you have anything? I know that we had a couple other topics what we wanted to talk about.
Oh, Telltale put some stuff out about the Game of Thrones that they're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be five characters you can play as, all within the same family,
Wow.
and your actions are going to affect everyone else. So it's gonna be kind of like the Walking Dead that they did.
Yep.
I can't wait. I'm so excited for that because I really did like Walking Dead, and I love Game of Thrones, and I can't wait till that comes back. Um, so that's gonna be super fun.
Now, because obviously I didn't play The Walking Dead and you did. With The Walking Dead, if it was it like a singular path? So like if you killed off Steve, and was there a way to go back and like pick a different thing, or did you have to basically start a new
You
game?
had to
And
start over.
so it
If
was like no matter what happened, you had to live with that scenario every single time.
Yeah, I think at the end, every scenario ended the same no matter what you did, but the way you interacted with people, things ended differently. Because I did go in and I watched a couple different scenarios. So one
Hmm.
choice that I made, I went and looked up online at the opposite choice someone else made just to kind of see what would happen, and it was pretty cool to see the differences.
But ultimately, it all kind of ended in the same area, whether
Yeah,
or not you had Steve.
exactly.
So how do you think this is going to work with Game of Thrones, having like 90% of the characters get killed off?
I don't know. I don't know if these people are going to actually be, people that we see regularly. I don't know if they'll be like, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it.
Well,
Everybody's going to die. There's nobody lives.
that's right. You just throw a dart at a board, and that's the next one that goes.
Yeah. I mean, they kill whole families in episodes. I mean, it's
Maybe
very,
that's how they're going to end the first season.
yeah, oh, everybody's dead. It'll be good though. I'll play it. I'll definitely play it.
Now, The Walking Dead didn't have like Rick or any of the characters from the
No,
TV show, right? It was just like
no.
completely different.
Yeah, and I've never read the comic book, so I don't think anyone that was in the comic book that we have met. Even up to now, I'm up to date with Walking Dead and none of the people in there. So I think they're all kind of made up. So they might go the same way with Game of Thrones, where they're all going to be people within one family, but they might be people they've never come in contact with in the books, just to kind of make it a little bit different.
Right, like a historical fiction of the lore, basically, where
Right.
they use the setting and the scenario, but then they use a person or a family that they can do whatever they want with and not have to worry about
Right.
messing with the rest of the things.
Right. The House of Stark, that's like the big one. That's the
Tony,
family.
Iron
No,
Man.
you got it. No. Neddard Stark. He died. So did most of
Spoiler.
his family. Spoiler.
Spoiler.
Um, but he their family thing was like wolves, so maybe in this one it'll be like a family of raccoon loving people or something. I don't know.
Hmm.
It'll be fun. I'll
Interesting.
I'll play the hell out of it though, because I think it'll be good, and I
No,
like
is
what
that
Telltale does too.
yeah, I think Telltale does a great job of doing like a story in a game. Although some people don't really care for it. I think that it's just an interesting take on things, and I really like it.
Yeah.
Have you turned on your PS4 in a while?
No,
So
I don't want to talk about it.
that's okay.
I
We'll come
just
back.
realized what you said to me, and now I'm like upset that I haven't turned it on in a while.
Don't be bitter. We'll come back to it in a second. There's been an update for your PS4 where
I wouldn't know.
I guess you can play games with your friends or something.
Oh, nice. I think I heard that somewhere. How does that work? Do you know?
Well, I think it's basically where you can play in chunks. So like and they've been pushing it a lot with Far Cry 4. So basically you get into Far Cry 4 and then you say like, "Oh, look, Michelle's online. She has PlayStation Plus. I'm going to invite her to my game."
And
And
wait,
then
I
I
can go in and play with you if I don't have the
and
game?
yeah, like it's like basically you are on your console, but it's almost like you're sitting on the couch next to me and we're playing like side by side.
Stop it.
Yeah, so it's going to be sweet. So, um they've been pushing a lot with Far Cry 4, but I'm pretty sure that the way they're going to do it is there's like a time limit. So you only get a certain time frame to play with me, like an
Ah,
hour or 2 hours or whatever it is.
very
And then
smart.
it like kicks you. So the idea behind it is that if you're patient enough or if you like if the timing works out right, you could basically play the entire game with me and never have to buy it at all.
Well, not even
So
that.
it's like
How many
sharing a
games?
game.
Yeah, how many games do you buy that I would never ever touch? Shadow of Mordor, I would never ever go out and buy that. But now that I've been watching you play it, like I've thought maybe even though it's not my type of game, maybe later on when it goes, down in price, maybe I would go out and buy that. So I feel like if you get a game that I wouldn't normally play and you're like, yo, come on in here and give this a roll with me, I would be more apt to go out and buy it if I enjoyed it.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's a brilliant marketing technique to just try to get people on board and try to basically give them a taste test of things without having to, you know, without having me to fork over $60. You just be like, "Oh, hey, check this out," and then I hop in and play it, and I'm like, "Oh, like maybe this wasn't for me," or "Oh, this is awesome. I'll go grab it for myself." So it's brilliant from a marketing standpoint, and I'm pretty excited for it. I mean, like you said, we don't really buy too many different games, but the ones that we do, it would be interesting to like have you hop in or have me hop in just to test them out.
Absolutely. And I would love that because there are so
Also,
many things that you get that I wouldn't necessarily play.
yeah. Also for Shadow of Mordor, just wait till I beat it and then you can borrow it and you don't have to worry about paying for
Thanks a lot.
it. Got you, buddy. What else do we have? Anything else for PS4 news other than the fact that it's crushing
Oh
Xbox in
my
sale
goodness. As
still?
always, what they reported their July to September 3.3 million units of PlayStation 4.
Oh my gosh.
Even the
Poor Xbox.
PlayStation 3, 800,000 from July to September sales, PlayStation 3.
Holy cow. So they,
Yeah.
they still have like legacy sales going on.
Yep.
That's nuts. I think that the big push for Xbox dropping its price for the holiday is just to try to catch up or try to come near touching PS4.
I
Like
mean,
they're just
how many people like us like have both consoles, you
I don't
know?
yeah, I don't think that many people got both. I have a feeling that a lot of people were like, I'm only gonna get one, and then all the people that got PS4 are like, haha, I got the right one.
Right.
But now with the price coming down, you have the opportunity to get the other one for a ridiculous price. So I would be surprised if Xbox doesn't make a little bit of a dent, but I don't think it's gonna do anything crazy.
No, PlayStation 4 is like out of control.
So let's go back to our PS4s for a second
I
here.
don't want to.
Oh, we're gonna talk about it because it's making you bitter, and we need to get it off
I'm
of our.
really upset.
So we haven't touched our PlayStations in how long?
Since last Tuesday,
I was on vacation last Tuesday.
this past Tuesday, right?
Perfect.
Okay.
I don't think we did we play it this past Tuesday? I
No.
don't remember.
So it would
But
have been before you went to
before I
vacation.
went on vacation, so it was maybe that Thursday or Friday.
Right.
Which means that it's been 2 weeks since mine's even been turned on. which is why we don't know about the update because we haven't actually turned our PlayStations on.
Me either, because even my television I watch through my Xbox One.
Exactly. So my question for you is, why is this?
Because too much stuff comes out at the end of the year. That's why, and I'm really upset about it. So this past Tuesday, we get um I lost track. Help me.
Borderlands?
Thank you. Borderlands the pre-sequel comes out. So we've been playing that every single day trying to beat it. We put Destiny aside. We stopped playing Destiny in the middle of playing Destiny. We haven't finished it. We haven't gotten any farther in it because of this new game that came out. And then we're trying to get through that, and it's a huge game. And then come Monday or Tuesday, depending on which Call of Duty you got, we got to get Call of Duty, and we got to go play that. And that's one that we can easily set down. I do enjoy the single player. I like to get through the story as long as it's interesting. But
Oh, I'll play through a single player first. I always play through it all the way first,
I do
six
not.
hours straight.
I don't play through it all. I play through it a little bit, and then I go play multiplayer at nighttime with my friends. Oh. so,
all, all one of us.
it, okay, I'm sad. Okay. We need friends. Be our friends. And so, we have that coming out. We're going to play that. So we're going to have to set aside
Borderlands.
Borderlands for a little while, which I feel like that'll be one we'll go back into here and there in between.
But we won't,
But then November 11th, you have Assassin's Creed Unity and Assassin's Creed Rogue,
which we'll
which
play for a week.
each together, it's overwhelming.
Well, hold on. So we'll play that for a week, and then the week after that is Little
Little
Big
Big
Planet.
Planet. Yeah.
So
And then we have to go back and finish Destiny someday
someday,
and
yeah,
continue to play Call of Duty, multiplayer on our regularly scheduled obsessive compulsiveness.
right. So we basically, I mean, I guess it's a good problem to have, but at the same time, why can they not spread this out? Like
What do
I
you
would,
think? Holidays? Is it the
I
holiday season? Is it the fourth quarter? They want to get it in?
I think it,
Giggity.
well, I think I think it has to be the holiday season. Um, and it just, I mean, the whatever it is from October to December, that I think it's third quarter fiscally,
Maybe.
maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm not a financial person,
Me
but
either.
um whatever that October to December quarter is, it just they push it all in there, and it's like I said, it's a great problem to have, but I just feel like I'm I'm overloaded then, and the quarter right before this is like, oh, here's E3 and nothing comes out.
Yeah.
Like there's conferences but no games. So it's super dry. It's super like you get maybe one or two games that actually come out. Madden being one of them. So unless you're a Madden player, you don't even get a game, and like it sucks to
And not
be
just that financially, my God.
right. You're basically saving the entire year just to wait for this quarter to come by, and then you're poor again.
Yeah. I make priorities with games, and, I'm lucky I have a job and I can go out and buy them. But what about, like if my kid was asking for like 15 games at the end of the year, nothing else for Christmas.
Yeah, like I don't even know. I could probably think back of the amount of money that I've spent just this year on games, and it's ridiculous. So when my kids get to the point where they want games as well, I don't know what I'm gonna do. They're gonna have to learn to like the games that I like, I guess.
Yeah.
Because who makes sacrifices for their children?
Can I just tell you one thing about trick or treating that happened yesterday?
Absolutely.
So I took my two kids trick or treating. My 8-year-old was Merida from Brave, and my 2-year-old
Nice.
my 2-year-old was Minnie Mouse. And she was super cute, and a lot of the people we ran into were like little kids their age or teeny tiny ones. And then we ran into a couple of teenagers here and there. And there was this group of girls who Maddie was up at the door, and she had her little bag and her little mini outfit on, and she's walking down the steps, and these three girls come up to get up to the steps, and I feel like I was in the place that everybody makes fun of this, and I was watching it happen. This girl, she's looking at me, she's like, "Oh my God, she is so cute. She is the cutest thing." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you." And Maddie looks up, she goes, "Thank you." And it was really cute. And she goes, "Oh my God, guys." And then I'm not even there anymore. "Oh my God, guys, look at this little girl. How cute." I just can't, I can't
Oh
even.
my
And I'm like,
gosh.
that just happened in real life. It's not just like an internet thing. It's not a meme. It's nothing. It's real life. People say this.
I can't even.
That's my story. I couldn't believe that that happened in front of me. I was like, "Oh my God." And then I'm
I
like worried for my 8-year-old that this is going to happen to her in a few years.
It's all right. You can shed a tear if you want to.
Ah.
A lone tear. I almost had the same thing happen to me, except for the fact that I was walking with my 15-year-old sister and a bunch of her friends. So we walked past this group of like two or three girls, and they came by and they're like, "They're so cute," and they started screaming and running away. And my sister and her friends, they looked at them and they go, "They're cute, but y'all don't have to scream." Like they were so down to earth and like so real about it. They're like, "Listen, we get it, but calm down."
That's
Like
good.
that's it.
That's good that they have that grounded thought about those things. That's good.
Yeah, I think that was like the one time in her life that she was grounded, so it's all right.
It's so
At,
funny too because
at least she shows promise.
yeah, I was thinking like, you know how they always make fun of the whole like pumpkin spice latte thing and the Valley Girls, and I always feel bad about it because I have to
Because you're
think.
basic.
No, I keep thinking to myself like, would I be like that? Would I be this excited about it? I have like an allergic reaction when I drink it, so I can't have it.
Uh,
So
uh,
like, I'm not into it that much, I guess.
I
So I'm
I
missing
don't.
out.
You're not missing out. I
Starbucks
don't.
had this like gingerbread cookie thing that I would have run over squirrels for.
Well, that's coming back. That's a holiday thing,
I
right?
know, but they don't use the graham cracker anymore in it. And ever since they took that away a couple years ago, I've been really bitter about it. I'm pretty bitter today.
Yeah, you're pretty salty.
Salty. Jesus.
Salted
My
out.
apologies, subscriber. I have nothing. That's it for me.
All one of you.
We
That's
love
all I
you.
got too. Yeah, yeah, do the things that you do with those likes and those comments that you're forgetting to leave,
We
and
like in virtual high fives too, please.
yeah, yeah, those would be great.
And what was
Don't
that
forget that
movie I
movie.
watched? Yeah.
That's right. Throw that in the comments, and yeah, like, subscribe, comment. What else do we have to do? Oh, check out the website, Facebook, Twitter, all that fun stuff.
Red Phoenix Gaming.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm streaming a little Borderlands too, because that's what we've been playing. So instead of just looking at our website, you could see Derek's perspective playing. There's
I
also
apologize in advance.
a little clip of me dying several times, and he's just looting away, leaving me to die.
Like I said, from the person who is always out of ammo, you should expect it. You got
Just
to get that
saying,
ammo.
could help me out. That's all.
All right, y'all. Hashtag bye.
Bye.